The book I am bringing up to summarize for you this week is titled A Dog Called Money, with the following subtitles: Teach Your Child to Be Rich from a Young Age. IQ and EQ are what are used to measure a child's intelligence, but there is another type of intelligence that is not easily mentioned, which is FQ, which is financial intelligence. Some schools in the United States teach children to understand financial knowledge from a young age. During school hours, they have children dress up as the CEO of a company, use the money they have to make more money in their own way. FQ is a special ability that can manage finances and create wealth. This sounds like a story for adults, but the author believes that all of this should be taught to children from a young age. This book reinterprets complex financial principles in a very simple way that even children can read and understand. And this book is also special for adults who do not understand finance at all. The main point of this book is not to teach us any in-depth financial knowledge, but it tells us the way of thinking and habits of the rich. The author says that the life of a rich person comes from their daily habits and small actions. This book is different from other books because it is a storybook about a 12-year-old girl named Kira and a dog who can speak human language called money, hence the original title of the book, A Dog Called Money. This dog is not an ordinary dog. It not only can speak human language, but also has financial knowledge and becomes the teacher of the 12-year-old girl. It teaches her how to find the first capital, how to make a goose that lays golden eggs, etc. The use of easy-to-understand examples and fictional stories is one of the highlights of the book. These financial principles, no matter what country, race, or era, can still be used usefully. We come to the first and most important character in this book, a girl named Kira. This child was born into a family whose life was not very good. Her parents were always worried that one day she would fall into poverty and have nothing to eat. Their small business began to have problems due to the economic crisis. The mortgage to buy a house made daily expenses more stressful. The little money left was enough to live from one day to the next. Until now, Kira told her parents that she wanted to travel around the world. Her parents did not support it and even laughed at her, saying that saving money for a lifetime was impossible. Her parents did not like money very much, thinking that ordinary people could not become rich. At that moment, a puppy character appeared and whispered to the 12-year-old girl about her new understanding of money, which was completely opposite to her parents' thinking. The author of this book is Bodo Schäfer, a German billionaire, investor, and speaker. He wrote another famous book called The Road to Financial Freedom. This book is also available for listening to on my channel. In this book, the author uses simple and easy-to-understand words to tell us 4 things about money. First, have the right perception of money. Money is fair to everyone. Second, set a goal for yourself, which is to become rich and run towards your goal. Third, do what you do best and use it to make money. Fourth, don't spend your hard-earned money carelessly. Make money, make money. Now let's explain the important points one by one in detail. To become rich, you need to have a correct understanding of money. What is money? The author understands that money has no soul and cannot determine whether a person is good or bad. We come to listen to the story in this book. Kira's mother, whenever she thinks about money, she is a problem. She doesn't like anyone talking about money. She thinks that money corrupts people. This perception affects her daughter. It is clear that Kira's parents do not have financial knowledge, and debts gradually begin to pile up. The family's financial situation begins to deteriorate, making Kira realize that money is not a good thing. But Kira is a child who dreams of becoming rich, because with money, you can do interesting things. At that time, a dog named Money said to Kira, "My parents are so poor because they did not learn about finance when they were young. Being poor or rich is because of people, not about money." Kira has a friend who is an old lady who is a rich woman. She has a bad habit of keeping her gold, coins, and jewelry in her basement. When she has free time, she takes them out to play with them. It can make her feel good, but leaving valuables in such a place is very risky. One day, thieves will steal them. Luckily, when Kira was visiting, she found a sign of a break-in at the old lady's house. Kira ran to report it to the police, so the thieves ran away. After the incident, Kira asked the old lady, "Are you afraid of being robbed by keeping so much money around you?" The old lady replied, "Money is only around people who are truly capable. Money that comes from luck or comes from illegal things, fraud or theft, does not stay there. It will run back to its owner." He said, "This because he is capable and knows how to make money on his own. Even if he loses it today, he will find it again someday. But those who steal their wealth cannot sleep, live without freedom, are afraid of being caught by the police, and have no peace." At this point, the author summarized, "Money cannot make people happy, nor can it make people happy. Money is just paper, but it is like a magnifying glass. It makes people reveal their true nature more clearly. If you are a person of good character, with professionalism and knowledge, you will use money in the right way. Money can also bring us happiness. But if you are a person of bad character, lacking in humanity, lacking in knowledge, the more money you have, the more suffering you will experience. Although having money makes it easier for us to achieve our goals, whether we are happy or not depends on what kind of person we are. You become a good or bad person has nothing to do with money. Money cannot change people."
Kira, like other children, wants to go everywhere and do many fun things. But this dream is not easy to achieve because her parents do not have the money to fulfill her dream. So Kira came back to thinking about simple things that she could do, such as buying a CD, listening to music, etc. At that time, the dog named Money encouraged Kira not to hesitate. Write down everything she wants on all the pieces of paper. Then write down the things she wants first, the most important on top, and always remind herself of her goals. Money said that most people do not know what they want. They just know that they want more, but such dreams are ineffective. If you compare life to a store, you tell the salesperson that you want a lot of things. The salesperson does not know what is good for you, and as a result, you do not get anything. Our dreams are the same. You need to know what you really want. Once you have set your goals, there is a way to remind you of your goals so that you do not forget them. That is a picture that you draw or write down, which we call a vision board. Find a photo that is related to your dream, then stick it on the wall or a large piece of paper. Look at it every day. For example, if you want to go to the Maldives, you can find a picture of beautiful scenery, stick it on the wall, and don't forget to write the date. When do you want to go? What year is it?
At this point, the author wants to show us that those who don't have a dream can't get the job done. Successful people are those who have a clear dream. Before they succeed, they must think about it every second and act to make it come true little by little. There are many interesting things in life, so we need to know what is most important to us and do it to the best of our ability. But the sad thing is that many people spend a lot of time doing things that they don't like, and the more they do, the more they hurt themselves. A vision board is a way to translate your dreams into something visible, and our human brain likes things that are clear like this. But just writing your dreams on paper is not enough. You have to act immediately. Don't wait too long. That's why the author sends a message to readers through a dog named Money that if you have a dream, you have to go and do it. If you wait, everything will be too late. Acting immediately makes us seize opportunities first, rather than sitting still and waiting for opportunities. And constantly using the words wait and see and I'll try, such uncertain words, makes you more confused and powerless. Life does not give you time to try. There are only two choices: do or not. So if you only have a dream board but don't take action, it's still a dream that can never come true. Money continued to suggest that you need to prepare another dream board, which is to save the remaining money in that board. But the problem is that Kira has no income. Where does the money come from? If you only rely on your parents' money, you don't know when you'll save it all and go travel around the world. Money warned Kira again. Whatever you do, don't think about the reasons that prevent you from achieving something. Think about how to do it. Even if Kira has a lot of money in the future, you may encounter many difficulties. Expenses will definitely increase according to your income. So the money you have in your hand now does not determine whether you'll become rich or poor. What matters is how you use it. Once you have prepared your dream board and dream board, you need to start writing a success journal. Write about the efforts you have made to achieve your dream and the small successes you have achieved. Write them in a journal. Even if they are small successes, write them out because this will give you the motivation to keep doing it. Like Kira, she wrote many small and big stories in her book, such as, the first, I made 2 dream boxes, even though I didn't know if they would work, but at least I did it. If I didn't, there would be no chance of success. Second, in each box, I have to save $5. Third, I learned a lot about financial literacy and money today. Fourth, I will never be discouraged again. Writing it down like this made her more confident and a promise to herself. One word: perseverance. Not giving up. It's easy to say, but hard to do. At this point, the author mentions 2 tips: the 10-minute rule and the 72-hour rule. The 10-minute rule means that you need to do something that is useful for your goals every day. It doesn't have to be much, but 10 minutes a day is enough. If you do it every day, everything will be different from now. It may produce unimaginable results. For example, if you spend 10 minutes a day to write an article, do you know how many articles you can write in a year? Our daily lives are full of things that distract us, so we need to know how to have principles and discipline in ourselves. Just try to do a little thing like this every day, it will definitely have good results. What about the 72-hour rule? This rule says that no matter what you do, you have to finish it within 72 hours. Otherwise, you will develop a habit of procrastination, and eventually you will lose the enthusiasm for doing those things until you forget about them. Speaking of Kira, when she had a lot of work to do and made a little money, she started to forget about her original goal. This is not a good thing. Successful people, no matter what they do in any situation, they do not forget about their goal, and they are always motivated. Especially, they maintain the 10-minute principle and the 72-hour rule. Kira was very inspired by this. She started thinking about what she liked to do, what she could do, and then used it as a tool to make money. Later, she thought that she liked walking dogs, liked carrying money, so why not walk the neighbor's dog too? After thinking about it, she immediately went to knock on her neighbor's door and said that she could walk the dog. The neighbor was happy and gave her money because he was too busy to walk the dog. He added that if Kira could teach the dog to listen to his owner, he would give her more money. When she focused on doing what she could and tried to do it well, she started to earn money, and then it gradually grew until everyone in the village knew that there was a girl who walked dogs for them. But not all making money is easy. There are always problems. So if you encounter a problem, how do you solve it? If the problem is too difficult, can you give up on your dream? Kira spends a lot of time solving the trivial things that happen to her every day. Those problems were soon solved, but the dog named Money told Kira that she was busy solving these things. Kira didn't look at the dream board for a long time and wrote her success on it. Here, the author wants to discourage the mind that most people always make the same mistakes, always doing things in a hurry but not necessary, but not having time to think about their goals. Let's look at this young man named Tari again. Tari lives in a small village with many neighboring houses, and each house has a large garden. One day, Tari found that the newspaper delivery man always put the newspaper in the mailbox on the side of the road but did not deliver it to the house. But people do not like to go out through the snow and rain to get a newspaper. Tari saw this and cooperated with the newspaper delivery man to put the newspaper under the door of the house. He received a salary of $1 per month from the newspaper delivery man. Later, Tari helped the villagers do more and more things, such as taking out garbage, watering flowers, feeding animals, taking care of the house, etc. Tari was very successful in this job, and many people liked him. His business grew, and he called his friends to help him work for him, making a profit, and they shared it in half. A newspaper writer discovered the boy and admired him greatly, later writing a book called 250 Money-Making Ideas of a Boy. At the age of 12, Thavi became a best-selling author, prompting many television stations to invite the boy to appear on their television shows. Through book sales and advertising for his programs, he earned many times more than before. At the age of 17, Thavi became a millionaire. The dog named Money concluded that Thavi spent his time and attention on the things he could do, and from day one, he started on the right path. And this is also the difference between an 8-year-old boy and some adults who always focus on what they lack, thinking only about what they can't do or what they don't have.
It was clear that Kira could not achieve her dream by relying solely on her parents' money. When Kira saved up a little money, her mother added a few words. "How much money do you want to buy a computer? Want to travel around the world? Save up until you're 50. Hearing these words, Kira still tried to save. Not only that, she also found a job where she could earn more money. Money always encouraged Kira and said that whether you can make money or not depends on how hard you work, how much you want it, and how much you believe in yourself. Then you will have the strength to start. The dog named Money told Kira a story about an 8-year-old boy named Tari. The boy really wanted to go to the movies, but he didn't have any money, and he didn't dare ask his parents for money. So he found a way to earn money himself. He sold orange juice on the street, but no one bought his orange juice except his father. A young man named Tari shared his experience of failure with a businessman. The expert told him that first, you need to find solutions for others. Second, pay attention to what you know. You know what you have. What does that mean?
The above are the main contents of the book, A Dog Called Money, which is a children's story, but adults are also amazed when they hear it. Let's do a quick summary. First, the author wants to show us that we must understand that money is not good or bad. It can greatly affect our lives because having money can do many things. But it does not mean that having money will always bring happiness. Happiness or sadness has nothing to do with money. It depends on the person's personal characteristics. If you have a goal to become rich, write down those goals on paper and put the most important goal you want on top of it. Write it on your dream board and look at it every day. Imagine your life after achieving it. It will be a motivating factor for us to work hard every day. Create another dream board to save money, and don't forget to write about your efforts and progress in your journal. If you think and must do, have a goal and must take action. Try to solve problems for others. Focus on what you know, can do now, and recommend others to join you. But people don't think like angels. When taking action, you will definitely encounter obstacles and many distractions that can make us forget ourselves. So don't forget the 10-minute rule. Do something that can progress your goal every day, 10 minutes a day. Another is the 72-hour rule. If you want to do something, do it within 72 hours. Don't procrastinate or delay it. Finally, don't waste your hard-earned money. Put your money where it can work for you. Make a habit of saving money and learning to invest. Thank you for listening to all of you. Congratulations on finishing another book.
Remember an old lady who was a friend of Kira? She taught Kira and other children how to manage their finances, how to look at stocks, how to split stocks, how to distribute dividends, etc. Kira was very excited after learning these rules, but the other children were still hesitant to start. Kira's grandmother was also worried and said to Kira, "You have money. Don't do anything uncomfortable. Be careful not to lose everything at the end." At the beginning. But the old lady told Kira that in the market there will definitely be ups and downs, opportunities and risks. The important thing is to collect as much information as possible and make the right decision. And give yourself a chance to try it. This principle states that when you earn income, you must first deduct expenses, and if there is any profit, you should take half of that profit and save it, and the other half should be used to pay off debts or keep as a daily allowance. No matter which advice you follow, it makes no difference. Kira decided to withdraw 50% of her profit and put it in the bank.
40% in her dream jar, and the remaining 10% for daily expenses. But a business friend reminded Kira that putting money in the bank is a waste because it only earns interest, and the interest earned is not equal to the inflation rate that may occur in the future. For example, if you take $1 now, you can buy a loaf of bread, but a few years later, that $1 can only buy one loaf of bread. That means that if you leave the money, the value of our money will be half the next day. Our money is still $1 plus 8% interest per year, but it still cannot buy a loaf of bread. This is just an example. Obviously, it is not much, but in a year, the value of money also decreases by 5%.
The businessman told Kira a story. Once upon a time, there was a man who raised a heavenly goose. The goose laid one golden egg a day. The man was too anxious to think that one egg a day was too little, and the goose's belly was more likely to have more golden eggs. So he decided to kill the goose to get the golden eggs. As a result, there was no gold. The goose is like money, and the golden eggs are like interest. If you withdraw money, where else would you get interest? The right way is when you have a steady income. Take half of it as a goose to lay golden eggs every day, and the other half to do other things. Money the dog also gives similar advice. He says that smart people only spend what they earn, and that spending should be balanced with income. Because when there is a lot of income, people also see a lot of places to spend money. So when making money, consider the 50-50 principle.
Now Kira has a job and can earn her own money. She feels very happy. But knowing how to earn money is not enough. So we come to the fourth important point, knowing how to save money, not spending the money she has earned. Create a habit of raising geese to produce golden eggs, which means making money create money. In the story above, when Kira made a lot of money, she called her friends to help her work and share some of the profits with them. Before, she thought that doing this was not good. They worked hard. We just recommended the work to them. Why give them only a portion? But later, she thought that the portion she took was to give herself and other children more opportunities. It was also an encouragement to herself to be the bravest, because there are some children who don't even dare to knock on the neighbor's door, let alone seize the opportunity to earn money. Do you still remember Kira's dream jar? She saved the money she earned and put it in the jar. At this point, it's a crucial point. The money is there, and it's enough to fulfill her dream of traveling the world. What should she do? Spend that money to fulfill her dream of being happy once, or keep saving? At this point, a businessman friend and a dog named Money gave Kira two different suggestions.